almost everyone here is a huge supporter and advocate for AmeriCorps and national service in general, and with this legislation, what it would possibly mean would be that AmeriCorps would be cut. There would be no more budget for AmeriCorps, and with some programs, I know specifically AmeriCorps NCCC, that would mean actually sending home members that are in their current year back home, not being able to complete their terms of service.
That was in the budget that passed the House. There was that kind of cut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. So we are concerned, and we just wanted
Okay.
you to hear about the impact of our programs, the impact of our members, and how we feel about what this capacity means for our community.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. I'll relay this to the senator. I mean, as you all know, just because something passed one house doesn't mean it's going to pass as is in the other house. And I would say there are most certainly going to be some changes in the Senate bill. It's not going to be exactly the same. You know, what I don't think anybody even knows yet is whether, I think what the House did, and you'll have to pardon me, but following what happens in the Senate is enough. I don't always get to follow everything that happens in the House. I think what they did was pass something that for the rest of the fiscal year, right? Does anybody know that?
I believe it's the rest of the fiscal year.
Okay.
It's going, yeah, the rest of the
Yeah,
year.
so there are discussions right now about whether they're going to try to do that or whether there's going to be some stopgap measure, you know, because basically it passed the House right before they left for a recess, and now I think the Senate's going to have 4 business days to do something. Trying to resolve a lot of the issues that may come up in 4 days is going to be tough. So there are discussions about, I think nobody wants a government shutdown. So there are discussions about, well, if we can't resolve all the issues in 4 days, you know, can we extend it a little bit longer while we're discussing these issues? So there's a lot of stuff up in the air right now, but I will definitely relay, you know, your concerns to him.
And we just want to make clear, we know that there's many components of this bill, and we're here today to speak about the component of national service,
Okay.
AmeriCorps, and
Sure.
the Corporation for National and Community Service. That's our biggest concern right now, and as you said, they may be making adjustments to the bill. Our thing is that we really, if you're going to make an adjustment, you need to stop any attack on AmeriCorps and keep the funding the way it is, and we really want increased funding because it really does have effects that are positive for the economy and positive for society in general, and we're really trying to get that message out because, as you know, a lot of people don't even know about AmeriCorps, have never heard of it, and we're really trying to bring awareness of that to make that change. That's why we're all here today taking action, because before it gets to the Senate, we really want the Senator to hear about how passionately we all feel about this.
And can I add that it's really important because AmeriCorps is primarily responsible for a lot of the rebuilding that's happened here post-Katrina.
Right.
And we would
Well,
not be back as a region if we didn't have
about
St. Bernard Project and so many others that's represented here today.
Yeah,
Well-
we're here with St. Bernard Project, and we've actually rebuilt 360 homes since 2006. We have over 85 employees of our just over 110 or so are AmeriCorps employees. So without AmeriCorps, St. Bernard Project basically is going to have to reduce itself down to just staff members, and it most likely won't be able to be in existence anymore. So that's definitely a very, very big part of the rebuilding project that's happening right now down here.
Right. Well, I think he's aware of that. We've met before, as Tiffany said, so and talked about all that. So I think he's aware of that, and I definitely will relay, you know, everything with this and with what y'all are saying right now as they begin the debate, you know, next week, what's going to happen moving forward.
Just on this page 1, it says 23,000 national service participants in Louisiana will lose their positions, including 1,500 AmeriCorps members. As I said, it's part of the corporation, so that's where the other amount comes in. And Louisiana would lose $7 million in federal funding and $4.6 million in local matching investment. And a lot of the members, as you know, when you serve, you earn an education award. So members earned $11,974,248 in education awards. Those education awards would not be given out, which would probably have less people going to college and graduating from college. $233 million worth of direct services to Louisiana at a cost to the federal government of just $19.4 million annually. So you guys can see the cost investment that really occurs here in our state. So maybe if you just hear a little bit more about the programs and maybe from some people who have actually served and see the impact that it's had there. I know St. Bernard spoke. Is there anyone else from St. Bernard who wants to talk about
Well, I'm currently working at St. Bernard as an AmeriCorps state member, but I learned about the St. Bernard project through my term with AmeriCorps NCCC, which is the team-based service branch of AmeriCorps. And through AmeriCorps NCCC, it's for ages specifically 18 to 24, and you have the chance for people who are right out of high school to interact with people who have been through college, been independent, and the leadership skills that are honed through that organization for the individuals who are involved is you can't really measure that. Beyond that, the 10 months of service end up being dedicated to 4 different locations in the country. And so in my term of AmeriCorps, I was able to be a part of a team that completed taxes for people who qualified for the Earned Income Credit in Texas for over 1,000 families. We were able to build an entire home with Habitat for Humanity in the greater New Orleans area, just with our team, just 1 month with our team being down here. We were able to basically run a Boys and Girls Club in Freeport, Texas, that in the summer months is completely crazy. It's a zoo. And so having 12 extra hands on the site was able to keep these kids in the Boys and Girls Club as opposed to being out in the streets in a town that was really hit hard by Hurricane Ike. And on top of it, a lot of the individuals who are involved in the AmeriCorps NCCC aren't going to be able to afford college without an additional education award. And so it impacts the students, or actually the individuals who are involved in the program, and 4 communities in 10 months, which is, really a great compacted way to make a difference.
Thank you.
And then we also have City Year here, some alums from City Year.
Yeah, my name's Maggie. I'm a City Year alum. I served 2 terms. My first term, I was working in a middle school doing a service learning and leadership development program called Young Heroes, where we had a group of about 30 students come out every Saturday for 6 to 8 hours for 15 straight Saturdays. We did a learning component to it, where it was basically we'd focus on a social issue, learn about it, see what they can do as a middle schooler to help stop that problem in their community, and then do service on it. And then my second term, I served at Welch Cohen High School, where we provided data-driven interventions to 9th graders at risk of dropping out of high school. In 1 quarter, we were able to drop violent incidences in the school 62%. We provided 40 events for the school that were focused on improving attendance, improving grades, and also reducing behavior